Hi everybody, Laura here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm excited to be a part of the Beautiful Days release hop with Simon Says Stamp, and I have a fun, very simple, but a cheery card to share with you featuring the new Geo Flower Building stamp set. This does come with coordinating dies, but I'm not going to be using it today. I'm going to do something. I'm kicking it old school, and I'm going to do some free range stamping. I do use the MISTI at the end to stamp the sentiment, but for the design, I'm doing free range, kicking it old school. And, okay, so what I'm doing here is cutting 2 panels of white cardstock, 2 inches by 3.5. Okay, 2 inches by 3.5. I'm going to tape these down to my little grid mat just to hold them steady. Okay, I'm going to take this open. You know, there's a lot of ways you can use this stamp set, and I foresee a few different design options in my future because I love stuff like this where it gives you just the ability to be creative and create fun patterns. And the Pawsitively saturated inks are springy dreaminess. Okay, I'm starting with blush, and this is going to be like a little flower. Okay, that's what I'm going for. I'm not really sure if it's meant to be a flower, but okay, stamp that free range. I'm using one of the Simon Says Stamp acrylic blocks, and I'm kicking it old school. This time on the bottom, doing carnation. Okay, and you know, it feels kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Refreshing to just stamp free range. You know, every once in a while, get back to the roots. Remember back in the day, if any of you guys stamped years ago before the stamp positioners came out, this is the way you did it. And you had to be steady Eddie, you know? And sometimes you did have to, like right here, I'm stamping it twice to make it nice, but hey, got to be steady Eddie and make sure that you get the placement back where you had it. And I kind of like that feeling. Okay, so I'm going to stamp some leaves. I'm not sure that these are meant to be leaves, but on this design, they're little leaves, and I'm doing a couple ones here. This is Tide Pool. I'll have all the colors that I use linked below. If you're watching this on YouTube or on my blog, everything will be linked, all the colors if I don't mention. Here's a little celery. And here's what I think about these colors. They're bringing me joy, and when they overlap, forget about it. So that celery right here on the bottom is going to overlap with the carnation, and what you get is you get magic. Okay, now you could just go on and on and on and keep adding. I'm going to add a few of these little, you know, I'm just going to say they're little buds next to the big flower. Yeah, you just got to use your imagination and build a design. I could stamp a whole pattern. I could just stamp with this stamp set all the live long day. Just, I love when the colors overlap. I love these Pawsitively saturated. They have a bit of translucency to them that is right up my alley. And I even used a little purple today. I did a combination of lilac and orchid. And then up top here, I'm doing a combination of peachy and grapefruit. And that's overlapping with that blush bloom. Now for a card base, doing a neutral on neutral. So I did a cream. This is actually vanilla cardstock by Lawn Fawn. Do I like cream? Yes, I have cream cardstock in every brand known to man, and I love them all. I love a good cream card base with a white panel. Okay, so here's where it gets a little interesting. I'm going to do a panel up top, panel down below, and the slit in the center is where I'm going to stamp my sentiment. Okay, for the sentiment, I am pulling out another new set from the Beautiful Days release. It's called Mother's Day Dogwood. And there's this just classic, no-nonsense thank you that I really fell in love with. And I thought it had the simplicity that went well with this design. So I'm going to stamp it with VersaFine Onyx Black ink, right dead center. And then I'm going to pop up these little floral geo patterns. I'm using the little T-square ruler. This really helped me to get those panels straight and kind of evenly spaced. I never thought I would love a T-square ruler so much. And I love the Simon ones because it has a bit of a ledge on it over on the T part, and it just works like a charm. Now to finish it off, not that you needed to add any bling, but I always love to. And I'm actually using that new tool. This is the new Stamp and pierce or stamp in place. There's a couple different ones, and it works great for an embellishment wand. I did a few of these little bubbles for a little blingity bling, and this card is finished. Simple, thank you. You could switch out that sentiment. You can change up the designs. Very customizable. Make sure and check out the rest of the Beautiful Days Release Blog Hop with Simon Says Stamp. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.